I was sitting on a beach in Florida reading a book on a hot August day, and I noticed out of the corner of my eye this little thing crawling on the sand, and I looked up and I didn't know what it was. I got up. It was a tiny baby sea turtle. So I looked around and there were all of these little babies coming out of this nest, and I'm like, they're not supposed to be hatching now. They're supposed to hatch at night. So I'm gathering them up, and I knew there's a rescue center right down the road. So I called them. I had my phone. I called them, and I go, what do I do? And they told me not to put them in the water because it's daylight and the seagulls will just pick them right off. So I gathered them up in my beach towel, ran down, kept dunking them in the water, and they came and they dug out 2 pailfuls of tiny little baby turtles. So when I got back home here on Long Island, I just had to find something to do with marine life, and I found Riverhead Foundation, and I've been here since and loving every minute of it.
The Riverhead Foundation is located in Long Island Aquarium in Riverhead, New York. My name is Kimberly Durham, and I'm the Rescue Program Director for the Riverhead Foundation for Marine Research and Preservation. It is an organization that is dedicated to marine mammals and sea turtles and their environments as we know it in New York State. We are a first response organization, so we'll respond to animals that require need. We also are obtaining as much information as we can on those animals and how they utilize the habitats around New York State.
I came into this volunteering thing thinking that I would be working a lot more with animals, but I realized that I'm connecting with people and spreading the word about marine life. We're the dominant species on this earth. We're also the only ones that can help it. And I think that's my role right now. And I'm really proud that I'm really helping that along.
My name is Rob DiGiovanni, and I'm the Executive Director and Senior Biologist for the Riverhead Foundation for Marine Research and Preservation. The Riverhead Foundation really is based on its volunteers and its interns. We've come a very long way with the number of people that used to show up. We basically would be out here on the beach by ourselves, and now we have such support from the community. And then you see the enthusiasm and how excited the kids are, and you realize how much of an impact we can have as an organization.
We are continually trying to educate the public about the marine environment that they have right in their backyard. Our big message is conservation. We really just want people to think about the environment that they have right here and really be stewards of it and really feel responsible for it.
People that I know have no idea what marine life is actually living in these waters. I mean, we're surrounded by water on 4 sides, obviously. We've lost our connectivity to the water, and any kind of reconnectivity back to that environment, I think, helps us all as the human race. This is one of the few organic experiences you can really get with all cell phones and video games, and you can really appreciate God's gift to us all with the environment. So I think people really buy into the organization and really come hell or high water, they keep it going.
We pick a seal up off the beach, and we'll bring it back to our facility, and we'll try to figure out what exactly is going on with the animal and why it's stranded. So we'll do an external exam, see if there's anything that we can see, lacerations. We'll draw blood, see what's going on with their blood work. We'll also take x-rays to see if there's anything internal that's going on with the animal so we know what the proper course of action to take is. Every animal will get an assessment, and we'll determine whether or not it's an animal that needs to be brought into rehab. Just because a seal's on the beach doesn't mean it needs our help. And we try to tell people that being in rehab causes more stress to the animal than having something heal on its own in the wild. Think about it, if you scrape your knee, you don't go to the doctor every single time you scrape your knee or get a cut. You let it heal on its own. So just by us touching the animal, just to look at it, is stressful. And the added stress on top of whatever illness or injury they have sometimes isn't worth the rehab.
Now, when doing the seal feeds, we always feed them from behind the backsplash because we don't want them to associate people with food. So we do this a few fish at a time. We'll check and make sure that the animal is eating, and then we'll just walk away to leave them in peace.
Animals have shaped my life and I'm just happy I'm able to give back. I love doing sea turtle treatments because every day I'm able to compare and see how well they're doing and see how they progress.
We reach out to so many people. We give talks at libraries. We have Boy Scout and Girl Scout troops that come and adopt and do fundraisers. We have schools, young classes, the elementary school students that do fundraisers. They do little walkathons at their school to raise money and then adopt a turtle or a seal. So we're really reaching out, and in reaching out to the youth, we're getting their older generation, we're getting their parents who are amazingly interested and really want to be a part of helping in any way that they can.
The Riverhead Foundation really is based on its volunteers and its interns. Without the support of our volunteers, interns in the community, we wouldn't be able to do the work that we would do. I started as a volunteer back in 1991 and became a staff member shortly thereafter. But I always say that it's about the volunteers, and the volunteers is what's going to bring this program to the next level.
Well, I've always been coming to the aquarium through school trips, through camp trips, and then when I finished my first year of college, I wanted to do something related with the environment and related to animals. So I applied for this internship, and I was fortunate enough to be accepted.
Having their facility inside the aquarium gives us at the aquarium the opportunity to really let the public see what they do. Our message is continually on that conservation, but the Rescue Center is really the heartbeat of the mission for both of us.
The one thing that visitors from the Long Island Aquarium can do is they can see firsthand the hospital facility of the Riverhead Foundation. They can, through behind-the-scene tours, see the animals that we're working with, make that connection that, okay, this is an injured sea turtle that someone else called the hotline about.
I'm actually able to train and teach our volunteers and our interns the proper protocols in the rehabilitation process. Every time one of our volunteers or interns comes out of a seal tank for the first time and they've accomplished restraining a seal during a treatment, it's always been another enjoyable factor of working with this amazing organization.
Our main focus is conservation, just trying to conserve the environment for the future. The Kent Fridleys, they're the most endangered sea turtle in the world. We get so many in our waters, and it can make a difference saving that one.
Super important to get our message out there and to teach kids about who we are and to get them caring at a young age. We teach them what to look for when they're walking on the beach and what they should do if they actually find an animal so they can be a part of that rescue process.
People get sick, they need rehabilitation just like the animals do. And you know, it's part of being a human being is caring not only for ourselves but for the other animals around us. And if we're able to save 1, 2, 10 during the course of a year, I think it benefits everybody.
About a month ago, this house was completely full. We had a full house of seals. Just in about the past month, we started releasing a lot of them. It's always a good day, always a good time to get them back out into the wild.
Ready?
You guys in position.
Ready.
Okay, 10,
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! Okay? Woo! There she is.